Too many brands miss the mark when trying to build meaningful connections with audiences. Our unique approach, Cultural Fluency, is the key to connecting with fans, subcultures, and communities. It involves listening to people firsthand and understanding what matters to them. Taking this approach, we've conducted a deep dive cultural study. Across music, film, fashion, and beyond, brands are connecting with audiences over their cultural interests. Take Jack Daniel's live vinyl pressings, memorabilia pop-ups by Netflix, and McDonald's manga-inspired packaging, all geared towards celebrating the things that make people tick. When honing in on social media, we've seen cultural marketing manifest in the promotion of novel merchandise. Like IKEA's Festival Fits, Pepsi's Cherry Ring Popper, and the Ritz-Carlton Late Checkout Collection, among countless other examples that engage brand fans and niche communities. We wanted to understand what's behind this rise, so, taking a culturally fluent approach, we spoke to people firsthand about merch, free of preconceived ideas and biases. In the process, we discovered nostalgia, identity, and community were all vital factors in connecting with people over their passions. So, to understand how brand merch fits into culture, we spoke with a fashion designer that understands this better than anyone. Adam Jones has been incorporating brands into his work for years, upcycling beer towels into clothes. He's recently collaborated with Jameson Whiskey in exactly this way.
I wanted to bring an element of text into my work, so the obvious way for me was to use these second-hand towels covered in branding. I think what I'm known for now, Newcastle Brown Ale, Stella, to take those and kind of in that Andy Warhol pop art way of stealing them and making them my own. The aesthetic of my brand is nostalgia. I think people tend to think that nostalgia is a dirty word and we should look forward and not think about the past, but I really like to appreciate what's gone before us. I think people, they're always onto the new. There's like that genuine nostalgia that the old guys have that recognise and they want to buy into the brand for that because it reminds them of being young. But then there's that new customer where it's kind of like a fake nostalgia. They think they know it or they think they've lived through it, but they haven't, so it's quite fresh. So you've got your customer that buys it from where they're from, the lager that reminds them of home. You've got your customer from Newcastle and up north that wants that, Newcastle Brown Ale. You've got another customer that kind of looks for the Guinness one because it reminds them of going to the pub with their dad when they were younger and reminds them of growing up.
So like Adam Jones says, he gets a lot of customers that buy into his brand because of its nostalgic feel. And in the face of rapid technological progress, it makes sense that we hold on to fragments of a simpler time to comfort ourselves. These objects are vehicles that transport us to our past, a point made especially clear when we spoke with Smash Hits magazine collector Russell Parsons.
But I can put myself in a place, in time, reading that magazine. I can picture myself now sitting on a bus travelling to my grandma's in southwest Yorkshire, and reading that. I picked up a copy at W.H. Smith's in Leeds City Station.
Russell's magazines are filled with memories, just like Adam Jones's jumpers. These objects are important because of what they represent. No one made that clearer than Pedro. We asked how you first got into collecting, how you first got into film cameras, maybe.
Well, for me, it's a personal thing. I remember the best times I had with my father was going out and about with his camera and taking pictures, that connection. Him showing me the way it worked, the aperture, the speed of it. So it comes from there, really. Then when I had an opportunity as an adult to buy them, I got into collecting. Finally, I can now, buy something that reminds me of my youth, the best times I had as a youth.
Forging emotional bonds like these resonate deeply with audiences. Nostalgia and memory are powerful ways to create meaningful connections.